Let's see. Hello everyone. Perfect. Alrighty. Hello and welcome to this live stream of our tour through the Seal Center. First of all, we can show you we are already starting. Like the shop that we have in front of the visitor center, it's already clearing out. Pretty empty already, but that's not what you are here for. We have our visitor center that is also very empty because it's closed. But what you are here for is with our little tour, we want to show you the seals that we have, obviously. And we will start right here. In phase 1, this medical file is a little bit outdated. It still says Yoast, but this little one was already adopted. And the new name is now Harker, or as maybe the English would say, Hake. I don't really know how to pronounce it, and I don't know who the adopted is, so I can't really tell. She's a little bit sleepy. Now, here we have Wadley. Wadley is also someone who's already here for quite some time. As you can see, he came here on January the 4th, so he's already here for quite some time now. He is quite big. He had a lungworm infection, is now doing quite well. And but still needs some more time, obviously. And he will hopefully join phase 2 at some point. Now, who we have here? We have 2 seals. We have Anamarie and we also have Pier. Both of them came here one day after Wadley. They both have a lungworm infection, are still recovering, but are improving a little bit already. And they are actually quite feisty, both of them. Right now it seems to be still a little bit of sleepy time, but I sadly can't tell them apart. They look quite similar. As you can see, Anamarie has a little spot on the side of her belly right here, but she will probably not show it to us, so it's hard to identify them for now.
And one of them is a little bit curious, or maybe they're waiting for the fish.
Exactly, because it's already after 11, so it's normally feeding time already. Yeah. They will probably be a little bit hungry. Same with our next ones. Our patients over there that you all already know. The gray seal pups in Bibu. Oh, look who we have here. We have Abby right here in front. We have a sleepy, I would say, Eric. Hello, Eric. I think that in the water is Pranger, and in the back that has to be Jonas then. Oh, someone is very sleepy. And I think they are also waiting for their food now. And Abby is quite sleepy at the moment. I think Eric is already complaining that she does not have any fish. but that will also arrive soon. All right, let's have a look at our bigger seals. You all know them. It's Klaas and Smuk. I think Smuk is the correct pronunciation. It is, as far as I know, a Frisian name, so I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, here we have him already. This is Smuk. Also a little bit sleepy. Hello, Smuk. Ah, are we lucky? That was Smuk. Let's see if we can also find Klaas. As you can see, it is very foggy outside. You can't really see that on the cameras, but it's quite cold and icy today. But the seals don't really care about that. As you can see, Smuk is having fun, is enjoying the weather. And now let's see if we can find Klaas somewhere. Maybe here somewhere. No? Well, no problem. We can try later. Then we can have a look at our seals in Boudenbad. You also know them very well. It's Willem and Wossi, it should be, I think. Yes. Let's see where these two are. Ah. We have one over here in the corner. You can't really see it too well. Also very sleepy. Maybe we can have a look from this side. A little bit. A little bit. I think you can probably see him better on the live camera that is up there. Still very sleepy. So let's have a look. Ah, there. This should be Willem, I guess. Willem has quite a lot of spots on her belly.
And she lost all of her lanugo.
Exactly, like all of the lanugo that she had, like, you know, like she was basically the last one from the seals that we had inside that lost her lanugo, the baby fur, the white one. Also very sleepy. Let's have a look from the outside. Maybe we are lucky and Klaas says hello as well. Let's have a look. I can't see anyone. Ah, down there. We have one down there. That's Smuk. Enjoying his swimming. And Klaas is still hiding. Hello, Smuk. Ah, Klaas is in the corner over there. In the blind spot of the camera. You can see her all the way back there in the corner. So let's have a look at our other patients. Willem and Wossi are still quite sleepy. Oh, Abby, I think Abby woke up. She's a little bit active in there. Very sleepy, but Eric, I don't know if you can see it, Eric is very curious, looking up here. Yeah, that's definitely Willem. You can see that she has a lot of dark spots on her belly compared to the other seals that we have here at the moment. It's quite easy to identify her. and she's gotten a little bit bigger already. I just saw in chat that Eric is supposed to be outside. I don't actually know. I checked the list today, but we can do that very easily. We can go inside later on and check who's in the outside pool and who's in the inside pool. We can check that later on. But yeah, just by looking at them, like the one in the corner, that's a little bit bigger already. So it would make sense that it is Eric outside and Wazzy is on the inside. But we can confirm that later on. Well, that's for sure is definitely Willem. Now let's have a look at our phase 2 pools. Kleine Badjes, you all know them.
So here we have Ohagi, Jerome, Soybean, and Kai.
Exactly, so 4 of our patients. The one in the back is quite easily to identify, that's Kai. He has quite a dark fur on his neck. Let's see if we can have a look at the other ones. For me, it's a little bit hard to identify Jerome and Ohagi. I know that Jerome has a black spot on his belly, but he's probably not showing it anyway. But from what I can see, I think the one in front, that's Jerome. The one in the back, that's Ohagi. And this one right here, that has to be Soybean, because Soybean has a little scar below her right eye. You can see that maybe a little bit. That's Soybean. And they are also waiting for food. Now, the persons who have been watched closely know that there are still 2 common seals missing, and that are Blue Melon and Dobby. And the reason is that both of them are here.
Phase 3.
That's phase 3. That's Rotebat, like the big pool. So we have Blue Melon and Ohagi right here. That's the bigger pool. So basically what that means is that they are 1 step closer to their release.
Guys, don't be very close, to the seal. Especially because we have the camera there.
So now the feeding will start over there in the quarantines. The colleagues are already going over there. But that's something for another day. They will be going to Flea Horse. That's the part where, for example, Lofi is at the moment. And the next one are also already coming, so that the feeding will now start in the quarantine areas. So the next colleagues are now going to the quarantines as well. So let's see if we have also some people on the inside. You can hear that the gray seals are already quite hungry as well. All right, let's have a look on the inside again. And let's see if we can find out if they are already being fed. Maybe we have a chance to see Klaas and Smuk again. They are hiding quite well, actually. Oh, they are hiding very well. Well then, let's try it later. So the lights are still out in here, so that means that they aren't being fed yet, because the other quarantines are already now being fed. These are now Anamarie and Pier. Yes, Klaas is definitely in there. I've seen her already, but they're hiding quite well. But we will try later anyway. So we have Wadley again. As you can see, Wadley is already quite big, but also had lungworm infection, still needs some time to recover. And our newest adopted seal, Harker or Hake, however you want to pronounce it. Oh, now a little bit curious, looking through the gap there, and now sleepy again. All right, let's have a look at the gray seal pups again. You can see the colleagues are in the fish kitchen where the food is being prepared. We have some fish, still frozen, but will be portioned for the next feedings. Oh, there's someone that complains a lot. So yeah, it definitely makes more sense now that when I look at them, that we can see Abby on the left and Wossi on the right. And then we have Pranga in the water, and that should be Jonas in the back. You can see Jonas has still a little bit of Lanugo left on his hind flippers. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a little bit like small socks that he's wearing. Yeah, you will probably have already seen it. With Abby is our melanistic seal. So that means that she has an overproduction of melanin. That means it's basically that her fur is completely black, as you can see.
We're gonna feed 1 to 4.
Right, so they will start feeding at the quarantines as well, and then we will have a look at that already as well. Let's have a look here. Still sleepy. And Willem over there. But now, let's have a look at the quarantines. Maybe we have a little bit of luck and can see Klaas on the way to the quarantines. Let's see. Still hiding. Let's have a look. If you don't know that there are seals in here, you could also think it would be empty. That's also something I saw on the live camera as well. You can have like half an hour where you can't see any seals, they're good at hiding. Ah, there we have a nose. I think that's glass, yes? Yes, that's glass. Hard to tell. Can we see something here maybe? Oh, hello. Hello, class. Sleepy class. Bye, class. All right, now let's have a look at the feeding and the quarantines. So Renato just told us that they will start with the feeding soon. There they are. You can see that they are preparing now for the feeding, making sure that every seal gets the food and probably also the medication that they need. Coordinating is also very important because we obviously want that every seal gets the medication that it needs and obviously enough to eat and the right type of food, for example salmon porridge or herring. They are still preparing.
So before they are feeding the seals, they have to put on their scrubs.
Exactly. They will have to put on the, you have seen it multiple times already, but still what you can see in the back over there, like at the wall over there, there are like all the things that you need to go into these enclosures, like mouth protection, gloves, hair nets, stuff like that. That's very important because we need to keep everything clean. We don't want to cause any more problems for our patients. There's someone very curious. Now, light is on.
So now they are waiting for their fish.
Exactly. Let's see. I haven't checked if they will be getting fish or salmon porridge today, but we will definitely see that. These are Anamarie and Pier, both with a lungworm infection. They're here now for roughly 2 weeks. They are recovering, but still quite weak. Let's have a quick look at the other ones. They are also waiting. Here we have Watley. Renato is now looking at the medical file. They're preparing the food. And here we have former Joost, now Harker or Haig, however you want to pronounce it. As a German, I would say Harker. I don't know how the Dutch would pronounce it. At least a little bit active now. All right, now. Preparations will start soon with putting on the hairnet and stuff like that. Now let me have a look. The one on the right has some very, very small spots on the left side of her face. So I would assume, from what I can see, you can...
Anamarie.
Exactly, that it's Anamarie. She also has some small spots here on the side of her neck, for example. Well, now she's more interested in Renato. And but I would think that the one on the right is Anamarie and that the one on the left is Pier. At least from what I can see. And I can't see their tag numbers that they have on the flippers. So now the preparations are starting. Yeah, exactly, watching Renato. Probably more like waiting for the fish. Both are looking, something is happening. Well, they are curious, yes, but they aren't actually babies anymore because they are already like 7 or at least already 8 months old. That means that they were born in the last summer. They both got lungworms and they ended up here. Now the lungworms are being treated. And the thing is, babies are normally like very small, very young. You have seen them maybe this summer, all the little seals that we had, and now they are already a little bit older. They are still young, yes, definitely, but they are not babies anymore.
But because of the lungworms, they lost a lot of weight. That's why they are looking so small.
Exactly. All right, now the preparations are starting already with Harker. Oh. Now something is happening. So Renata is telling a little bit. We have another one with us today. She's doing a day as a seal nurse. That's basically a day that you can do here to take part in the seal care for one day. And Renato is explaining now to her what she has to do and how she has to handle the situation. Watley is curiously looking. And now it will go into the water. He's removing the barrier to the water. Because as far as I know, Harker, did I say Watley? Obviously it's Harker, yes, it's definitely Harker. And he is, as far as I know, a self-eater. That means he will get his food in the water. So now Renato's taking off the shoes and the pants, because the pants will have to stay in here because of hygienic reasons. And the boots have to stay inside of this enclosure as well. I actually don't know what hake means. I've Googled it a little bit, and I think in English it's some type of fish that lives in the North Sea. So the person who adopted him decided to name him Hake or Hake. It's Hake. So now we have Watley over here, and we have a bowl of fish over there, and of course Watley as well. And she will now also open the barrier to the pool so that he can go into the water as well. Yes, hygiene is very important, especially when you have these phase 1 areas or quarantine areas. When we get new seals that can maybe have some sort of diseases that can go over to other seals, then we obviously have to prevent that, and for that reason we have to change clothes every time we switch the enclosures to prevent like possible diseases from spreading. Yeah. Now you can see Wadley is actually already quite long. So if he wouldn't have had lungworms in the white, he would have been bigger already. But because of the lungworm infection, he lost a lot of weight, wasn't able to hunt properly. It's not the first day of a staff hammer. She's doing, we call it a day as a seal nurse. So this person is basically completely untrained. Renato showed her a little bit. It's basically a day that you can book to take part in seal care and help out in seal care. And that's what she's doing. And Renato was showing her what she has to do over there with Harker. And now she's doing that here with Wadley, giving him access to the water. Exactly because he will get his fish in the water, and therefore he will need access. Now he's waiting for the fish. That's still over there. Now there's the fish. There's Wadley. And as you can see, he's doing very fine. Yeah, time. And that's it. All fish. So they are very fast with eating fish.
Seems to be delicious fish.
Mm-hmm. Now Renato will write down that he ate all the fish that has been thrown in. That's important for the vets to know as well. So they also need to know that he was eating well now during this feeding. Now the dishes are being cleaned already, because if there is anything with that, we can prevent it from taking it outside of the enclosure. It will be disinfected anyway, again, later on, but still, to prevent anything, we'll clean it already inside of the enclosures.
Yes, we put it in a special dishwasher where it can be disinfected and is ready for the next feeding.
Nice vacuum. Yeah, kind of, maybe. We have to monitor his progress. The other ones are still waiting. Anamarie and Pier over here, also still waiting. And we have Harker, formerly Joost, also still waiting for his fish. But I'm not sure if he even gets fish now during that feeding. But we can check that later on anyway. He probably wants more, but he will get more this afternoon or in the evening. The previous name of Anamarie, there was no previous name of Anamarie. Anamarie came in on January the 5th, and it was actually Anamarie and Pier that arrived at the same time. And that's basically the name that she got from us during the intake. So she has not been adopted yet. So it's still her original name. And I like this picture of Pier. So now they're checking the feeding list again to see that everything will move according to plan, because that's important. We don't want to mix anything up. We want that everyone gets the food and the medicine that's best for the seal. And yes, of course, if you have any questions, please ask them in chat. I'm trying to read the chat as well, but I only have like 3 lines. So when the chat is fast, I can't see much. But Anni is also looking at the chat right here and is answering your questions in the meantime. So feel free to ask the questions. We will try to answer as many as possible. Now, who do we have here? It's Watley, still curious. But he already ate, so he won't get more, at least for now. No. So basically, Watley, Anamarie, and Pier are not named for now. They do have, we can actually check later on. I can let you know what the reason behind these names are. Exactly. When they come to us and we have to take them in, they always get a name. What's the gender is actually a good question. Anni can check that and will write it in chat, because she can look at the list at the moment. Yes, exactly. They are free to get a new name. But for now, it's the most important thing for them to recover first, obviously.
Anamarie is a girl and Pier is a boy.
So there you have it. Anamarie is a girl, Pier is a boy. There was a seal named Megatron, yes, but sadly he passed away. He was in here with Watley, that is correct. But Watley sadly now is alone. Yes, they will keep their tag all the life, probably. They get the tag from us when they come in here, and we obviously need to identify the seals. Maybe you can try to spot it on Watley. It's the green one on his right hind flipper. It can still happen that after they're released that they lose it, because it's on the flipper. They move the flipper a lot, so at some point, maybe over the years, it can fall out. But they still have a little chip underneath their skin in their neck that we could theoretically read. But yes, in general, they will keep their tag. We only remove it if there is a medical reason for it. Maybe when there is a little infection at the wound of the flipper, where the flipper was attached and stuff like that. But normally they just keep their tag. The chat is so fast. I'm sorry. I've seen the name Avocado. They are still preparing, so I will show you very quickly. Avocado is, as far as I know, recovering. He has or had a fracture in his right shoulder, and apparently he is still a little bit avoiding to use it, but it is getting better as far as I know. Avocado is over there where you can see the phase one. The white buildings, these are our quarantine areas. And avocado is in there where the window is open. Exactly. Eileen is also doing very well. We go back inside now. Eileen is moved to flea horse because she was eating quite slowly. I mean, you have seen it on the live camera every feeding. But as soon as she moved to flea horse, Vanessa wrote about it. She started eating on her own and is now basically a self-eater. So Eileen is doing quite fine. I saw Lofi. Lofi is already improving. The wound is healing quite nicely. From what I have seen, there was a lot of pus in it for a few days, but as far as I know, that's also gone now. So he will probably get also access to water now, at least for a short time over the day. So he's also improving. Yes, Eileen is doing well. Eileen is a flea horse. She started eating fish on her own and everything looks okay. Wadley already got his fish, so nothing more for him. Renato seems to be still checking something. Maybe he's giving a few informations to the vets or asking something, or is just coordinating with the vets. In the meantime, we can try to have a look at Klaas and Smyk again. They are still checking something. Let's see. Maybe we have a little bit of luck and can see. I see some flippers down there already. So that seems to be Klaas, I guess. Yeah, pretty much looks like Klaas. Can't see her here.
Smyk is still hiding.
Smyk is also still hiding. No. No. No Smyk, no Klaas. They are hiding, probably over there in the blind spot. Oh, look who we have here. That then should be Eric and Willem, I guess. Hello. So Willem is the one on the right, and then it should be Eric on the left. Yeah, kind of hide and seek, yes. But that's okay. We aren't a zoo. This isn't an aquarium. These seals aren't trained. So that's perfectly fine. If they are hiding, then that's totally okay.
Sorry for taking long. We're on team 4 now.
All right, okay.
Because there was a ceiling observation that I needed to check.
Okay,
And I was on the phone, but yeah, just so you know, because we were just there with the phone. Thank you.
All right. As you maybe have heard, Renato just told us that he was on the phone because there is a seal in observation at the moment. That means that there is a seal that has been found on the coast and someone reported it. And Renato is also one of our stranding coordinators. That means that he has to check his phone now to make sure that everything is proceeding as it should be. And now they will continue with the feeding over here. Atlas, maybe. We don't know. When a seal is an observation, it can be a new patient, but the thing is, it is an observation, and maybe it's totally fine. We don't know it just from the beginning. So it can be a seal that's just resting from the hunt and is totally fine. Not every call has to be like a new patient. And sometimes we also get multiple calls about the same seal, because maybe the seals are in areas where a lot of humans are, and many different humans can find a seal and report the seal, and obviously then we have a lot of calls for only one seal. So, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there is a new one coming. They're both quite feisty. You will probably see that. So now he's putting on the pants again, putting on the boots again, that are only in this enclosure to make sure that nothing spreads, as I told you guys earlier. Oh, Niponia, it doesn't necessarily have to be a pup. It can just be like a normal common seal that's resting because it's exhausted from hunting, maybe. I mean, at the moment, it can still be a gray seal pup, but the season is technically kind of over. They probably love the food more, I guess. They are quite feisty. But that's good. I mean, these are wild animals. They should stay wild. They will go back into the wild. And if they are feisty and try to bite you, slap you, then that's a good thing. So there's a flipper number, but it's hard to yeah, no, as you have seen, one bit the other one in the flipper, and that's actually behavior that can happen. As I said, these are wild animals. They will stay wild, and they will also have these fights in the wild. And as long as they don't cause serious injuries, we don't separate them, because they have to deal with it. Obviously, if they cause serious injuries, then we do separate them, but that's quite rare that we do that. But yeah, they are feisty. I think the one in the back now, by looking at it with the spots, that is Anamarie. And the one in the water, I think, is Pier. But I cannot confirm it directly because I can't see their tag numbers. You have one fish left in there. Obviously, cleaning is also important. They made a mess because they weren't able to go into the water. It has to be cleaned, obviously. Yeah, time, exactly. But for now, only for Pier. Let's see how it will be with Anamarie. Shower, yeah. Yeah, there's one fish left, so Renato's not checking because I think Anamarie is eating on her own already, and Pier is a little bit slower, but he ate, I think, at least 1 or 2 already. No, Neponia, I don't know yet when the plan is for Dobby and Blue Melon. But as soon as I know, I will let you guys know. I think she straight went for the fish. I think it's already gone. Yeah, I think she straight up went for the fish. And that's the reason why they have been fed separately, because if they would have been fed at the same time, she would have eaten all the fish and Pierre wouldn't have gotten any. So now I think that's Pierre that's out of the water, and Anamarie should be still in the water. Yeah, that has to be Anamarie. Now, this blue brush, they normally really hate it, and they will try to bite it and slap it away. As you can see here, Pierre is already not liking it, yes. You have to be very careful. Wild and feisty animals with sharp teeth and claws. Now, fish for Anamarie. She's very fast. A towel. So I would assume that this will be force feeding now because he didn't eat enough. He doesn't like that. Neponia, that depends. As you have seen with Eileen, for example, it took quite some time to become a self-eater. These ones are already used to eat fish because they have done it in the wild already, so it shouldn't be the biggest problem. But when a seal isn't feeling too well, he's not eating. Now he's checking the mouth. And if he finds something, he will report it to the vets. But for now, it's fish time. I think Anamarie could have a few more fish. But Pier also needs to get enough. All right. No salmon porridge. They both got herring now.
And Anamarie wants some more.
Obviously, yes. She already had some fish, so. Yes, I think ruthless is a nice expression for Anamarie. Yeah. She kind of is. Yeah, I love the dinosaur emojis with the long neck. All right, they are cleaning now. I would say we have a look at the gray seals again. In Bibu. Let's have a look at them, what they are doing. Because I've been hearing them all the time. Oh, look, someone is singing. This is Abby. Hello, Abby. There's Pranger in the water. So, this is, I guess, Eric. And Jonas is in the water together with Pranger. We can go outside and listen to them for a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Listen to them. I mean, they are already singing for us. Then we should also listen to them. Now let's see. Now they stop. But hey, maybe we have. Yeah, thank you. Hello, Willem. Let's have a look at their neighbors. We can still hear them anyway. Oh, still resting. Oh no. In the back that is Kai. Then the one next to Kai that is Soybean. And then we have Jerome and Ohagi. It's hard to tell between these two if I don't see the belly of Jerome. Still quite sleepy. And Blue Melon and Dobby. As you can see, already quite chubby. Let's don't disturb them any longer. Let's have one last look at these ones. This is Willem. And let's try. All right, let's try for at least. You can listen to that the whole day. Let's try our luck one more time with Klaas and Smyk. Maybe they will say hello, maybe not. And then we will have a look at the quarantines one last time. Let's see. Hey, no seals. They are all hiding. Everyone is hiding. Oh, hello, Klaas. Yes, Klaas. You can see her a little bit over there. Hello, Klaas. Are you here? No. At least we saw her once. That's nice. But I think now... Yeah, she's gone again. Okay, that's fine. No, there she is. There she is. And the gun again. Do we have a chance to see something here? Sleeping underwater. Hello, Klaas. So then that's Smyk down there. And this is Klaas. Hello, Klaas. Yeah, they don't really care, and that's totally fine. But you can still watch them on the live camera if they are not hiding in the blind spot. Right, let's have one more look over there, and then maybe one last look at the gray seals again. Yes, they are in the same place in the wild, but they normally keep their distance from each other. Normally, not always, but light is already out. They are separated now. We have Watley here. Resting on the side of his pool. By Watley. And then we have Harker here. Still resting. All right, let's have one last look at the gray seals and the quarantines. So that's Abby on the left. We have Pranga on the right. In the back, was he maybe? And in the water, that's Jonas with his little Lanugo socks. And Pranga still has like little Lanugo trousers left. All right, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you will have a nice evening, nice day. And until next time. Bye bye.